Rocksalt Musecast Experience. Aaron, Dave, and Patrick back to the ADP.
Oh. No, I mean, no, you just said it for me. You didn't even give me an in. You just said back to ADP. I mean, you legit stepped all over my toes. Okay, it's too late now. Let's roll.
And here today from Ohio, Weapons of God. And the studio audience.
Hey, Aaron, you know what's round on both ends and high in the middle?
I don't know.
Ohio.
Oh.
How are you guys?
Joke? Did you just hit us with a dad joke?
Yeah.
Hey, Weapons of God, I want to go ahead and formally apologize for extending this to you.
I offended him.
Oh, sorry. Dad jokes. Here, dude. Give some of your dad jokes right here.
Why did the Invisible Man turn down a job offer?
Why?
He couldn't see himself doing it.
Oh, there it is. You're a little late on that one, Patrick.
I might die.
Oh, man.
I don't know if I want tied to this one.
It's just starting, Patrick.
Oh, man. Hey, so how's the weather out there in Ohio? Because we're having a lot of rain here, and our governor here is confused with what a hurricane is and what is a lot of rain.
It's sunny, but it's cold.
Sunny, but it's cold. Okay. It's starting to get sunny here, but then it's going to rain.
It's going to rain.
Tonight on us.
Yeah.
So,
hey, how fast can you get out to California here? I've got to move a large piece of furniture. I need like 10 guys. I think you would fill my void.
Hey, David, Aaron, I just want to speak for Weapons of God and myself as well. We don't want to hear you crying about your California weather. We're over here on the East Coast at 36 degrees. Hey, I'm in Sacramento, California. It's sunny all year round. It's like 70 degrees, bro. Go surf something.
Oh, man.
Hey. Two words for you, Patrick. Man up.
I thought you were going to say gender neutral being from California and all, but hey.
The groans in the room.
Hey, so you've probably been asked this a ton of times, but how did Weapons of God all start? We'll start there.
How did it start? I started a band back.
See, just like that. Did you guys? There it is. Weapons of God.
I don't know how to turn that off.
No, it's all good.
It's all good.
I'm playing.
So how did it all start?
I started the band back in 2011 under a different name and different members at the time. And 2013, I decided to change the name to Weapons of God. At the time, I was writing a song called Weapons of God. And I thought this would be probably a better name for the band than what was originally before. So 2016 is when we finally started, when we played our first show. We played actually it was Leon and myself and a couple of former members at the time. So Ed here, myself, and Leon, we've been together since 2018. And Jay here, Jay Hurd, he's our new drummer. He just joined the band a couple of months ago, so he's in the mix. We're trying to get him up to par now, and so we keep moving on here.
All right, you know all the songs? No? All right, see, there's the answer.
Oh,
yes. You're going to have to work a little harder,
right
Jay.
Question. His response was,
Roxalt,
yeah.
Possibility of a definite maybe.
You know, I was thinking this, and it wasn't necessarily about your band, but I mean, this is a good question for Patrick as well. We talked to a lot of independent bands, and some, have their sights on, big things, and some like playing the clubs, and some like playing the church. Everybody's got their own,
niche.
Right. That's what the word I'm looking for. But for how many of you did it start as a hobby that grew into this monster of okay, I got to book dates. I got to make sure I have the money. I got to make sure that the bus works, Patrick. You know, all that stuff. I mean, did it grow hair out of a hobby that you liked, or was your goal always to do this and make it a job, or at whatever level?
Oh, it was never that for me. I just love playing music. Started playing guitar many, many years ago. And me and a couple friends had some of that, hey, why don't we form a band kind of thing? And I just enjoy playing. I was just telling some people earlier, so sometimes I have as much fun just playing in the rehearsal room as I would playing a show. I just really enjoy playing, enjoy making music, and you know, hammering it out as much as possible.
Yeah, it does give you a rush being on stage, doesn't it?
A little bit.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what it is. It's all natural. I'm just saying I've been on stage a few times. It's always a rush when you get out there and you look at people and you see them responding to what you're doing.
See, I like how you put it, because bands like mine, we're always rushed to get off the stage. So, hey.
Or they don't show up.
way to drive that dagger a little deeper.
Oh man.
Thanks, buddy.
You know, these interviews are so much better when Patrick knows the band a little bit and they really know Patrick.
Yeah. I don't even know what songs are we going to do here, Aaron? Because I can't top that.
Do that Weapons of God song.
Weapons of God from Weapons of God.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. What?
Your green screen's messing with your head there, Aaron.
Oh, yeah. He loses his head all the time. You should have heard him earlier trying to get me going on the show.
California water.
All right. What songs we got? Weapons of God from Weapons of God on Rocksalt Musecast Experience. Rocksalt Musecast Experience. Aaron, Dave, and Patrick.
Hey, deep.
It's always something new.
He's got one of them fancy computer mics over there.
Yeah. Where's our studio audience?
It's called a snowball.
Oh, look, it's a big ball.
They don't know nothing about that snow stuff, Patrick. There in California, snow.
That's correct.
Something illegal. The police trumpets.
That's 100% right, Bill.
Hey, I'm not even sure I should be talking to people in other states. I might get a dose of reality. You know who you are. What?
I was apologizing to Mr. Bill.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh, only we're old enough to know that joke.
Right.
Oh,
What's your demographic? Oh, you know, the Mr. Bill Gumby era.
what are you talking about, bro?
The guys from Reborn are like Googling it. Mr. Bill.
The kid's an undefeated.
You know, they're like,
This guy, Mr. Bill, they keep talking about.
Right.
He sounds like a scary man.
And it's Mr. Cosby to you.
Well, Bill did wear a sweater.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Oh, hey, did you guys hear that he's going back out on tour?
Who?
You guys, Bill Cosby, seriously.
I thought he's still in
full-
prison.
No, he's out. He got out on a technicality.
Oh,
And,
he must have offered the warden a drink.
Oh man.
And then he just teased on at the front door. But no, he's seriously booking a tour. And I'm going, who's buying tickets to this tour? Well, you are.
I'll go see him. I'll
See you there, Patrick.
Leon and I are going to the first Cosby tour show that shows up around.
All right. Well, maybe I've drank a little too much of that California water, Aaron.
As a big Bill Cosby fan back in the day, used to listen to the vinyl records all the time.
Yeah, but he never watched this show.
We're taking pallets of pudding pops too.
And Coca-Cola.
No, just pudding pops. What are you going to? No.
Well, he was a spokesman for Coca-Cola.
You're ruining the freaking bit with the
Aaron
pudding pops. Leon, don't listen today. We're just taking the pudding pops.
Right.
You sure you don't want to take some Coke, Patrick?
Your lack of Bill Cosby knowledge.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That was more of a Bill Cosby joke. Anyhow, I'm convicted now by this man's shirt that says "Man of God." I'm embarrassed, Patrick.
That's the Holy Spirit speaking to you, David.
I can't even look at him, man.
Well, it is
That is
conviction.
the Holy Spirit creeping in, saying, "Whoa,
Yeah, hey, put the brakes on there, bro.
whoa."
I'm right over here. I'm right over here. All right. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to take you down that rabbit hole.
You didn't take me anywhere, boss.
All right.
I
was talking to these guys.
Not a
They
problem.
don't know me.
I want to know. Actually, I talk to you guys more probably than any other band. I think. Yeah, I think I'm in contact with you guys more than anybody else. Honestly.
Oh, your life's not boring.
Yeah, so I'm
Maybe
bored.
you
I'm
guys-
going to text Rochelle and Steve today, see what's going on with them.
Maybe you guys can all get together and go have a McPizza.
I think
Yeah,
that's a
right.
fantastic idea.
Some hot mustard, baby.
Some hot mustard. And if you never don't knock until you tried it,
You
Dave.
put hot mustard on a pizza?
Only on McDonald's pizza.
Big pizza.
Yeah, only on the McPizza.
Only on the McPizza. All right.
So even before, seeing as how we did they ask all the great questions during break when they weren't recording. Why don't you guys tell everybody what you got coming up, what you got going on, how things are panning out, and what's going on with you guys here moving forward into the show season this year.
Well, right now we're trying to get Jay here caught up with the songs, music right now.
Does Leon hear God or something? He's staring up at the ceiling like.
Wrap it up, boys. Come on.
We have to get back to this again. Always watching. Always watching.
I think it's safe to say that, we eventually do want to start writing and getting back to the studio, but we realize first things first. And Jay's doing a really good job of learning these songs. So once we get him up to speed, like these guys are saying, I think, we'll move on to the next step.
Yeah, we would like to get back in the studio this year.
That'd be great.
by all means.
That'd be awesome.
Well, tell everybody how many albums you guys have out currently so they can go find it.
All of the albums.
They got all the albums out. You heard it here.
Yeah.
And when's the next one coming out? When it's out.
We got two albums. We got
You got two albums out. Now, I was listening to the latest one this morning. That's pretty good. I like the I like that it was almost kind of a slower, dark type of metal, but without the necessarily all the screamo in it, because I'm not much of a screamo guy. I like a little bit of screamo, but I like to understand what they're saying. I want to tell you, nice job. That was really good. And having not seen you guys, what you looked like or anything like that.
Because he was going to judge accordingly. He was going to judge your music based on appearance.
Oh, Patrick.
4 midgets working.
It's like, I haven't seen you all, but when I saw you all, I was like,
I used to like this, but now
about 40
not
minutes
so
ago.
much.
Well, no, where I was going with this was, I was like, Weapons of God. I honestly thought you guys were like in your 30s or something, just from listening to you. And then you get on and you look like a bunch of bikers. Are you?
I was really wondering where you're going with that, Dave. I really didn't know. I mean,
see, I picked him out of the crowd. Are you all bikers or just you?
Just me.
Just you. All right.
I have a swim.
What's that?
I have a swim. Does that count?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Get him some training wheels or something. I don't know. Help him out.
I sent a Diamondback.
What's that? You had a Diamondback? I still wanted a Diamondback back when 1983.
I got a Diamondback, and I still got my old Mongoose from when I was in the 6th grade too.
Oh,
so.
when the mongoose was the one to have too.
He's got the pegs on the back.
Oh, you know it.
Nice.
Pegs on the back, no brakes.
I knew Leon was coming through with the pegs, man. That way, if I needed to hitch, that's how we're riding to the Cosby concert tour. I'm on pegs and you're cranking it.
Well,
Right.
I'm pretty sure you guys are going to be in the front row.
Good stuff.
Yeah, you were saying you thought we were in our 30s.
Well,
We
just
were.
from the sound. And that's a compliment, by the way. That's
Oh,
a
I
compliment, by the way.
That's very kind of you, sir. To quote one of our dear friends, we're proof that old farts can still rock.
Yeah. I think you get better with age, except for Paul McCartney.
Well,
You know, I'm not going to let this die, Dave, because I just really want to know what 30 sounds like.
It doesn't,
I
it
didn't know there
doesn't
was a
sound like you,
scale.
brother.
I didn't know if there was a scale or a how we.
Okay. Let me rephrase the question for Patrick Rivers over here. I thought the sound was very fresh.
There you go. That's much better.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm sorry, I had to talk like one of those millennial people, and I have to choose my words properly so I don't offend anybody.
It worked. We're way less offended now.
Yeah, I mean, road rash hurts a lot worse than words do.
That's true.
We didn't know they were from California and get offended.
There's a whole list that Gavin Newsom texts everybody that lives in California of things you must be offended by.
A daily offensive list.
Yeah. You
Like the word field.
Now, the
Yeah.
fact that we're in our 30s is a big compliment. Thank you.
Yes, you sound very fresh. Are you happy now, Patrick?
Ed hasn't heard that for 30 years.
This is a brain eater.
Love you, brother.
Starving to death.
Yeah, I'm happy now, Dave. Good recovery.
You're happy? Yeah. Okay.
Good
You good
recovery.
now?
Good recovery.
Yeah, we're good.
Have I ever let you down, Patrick?
He's making a list. I think he's making a list.
If you got nothing good to say, don't say anything at all.
I don't know what he's
That's
talking
what
about.
I was going back to my mama's teachings. Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. All right then.
How did you guys meet up?
Patrick?
Wait, he hijacked it.
Well,
He just like pushed his way into the show. He's like, I got the number. I'm getting in. Boom. There he
I was
is.
like a stray
After
dog.
about-
They fed me
after
once,
about
and I
thir-
kept. I
That's
just
about
kept
30
scratching at their
emails. We
door.
figured, oh, this guy really wants to come on the show. So we'll have him on the show.
Honestly, how did we meet?
You emailed us. I don't know how you found us.
About
but,
30 times.
I think P-Funk from
Yeah, I think it was Sir
Oh,
P-Funk.
Shipley.
Yeah.
Shipley. From
yeah,
Payback.
Shipley
Boy, I'm
told
gonna have to have
you
a
about
start
us.
talking to with him about life
Yeah.
regrets.
Yeah. And me and Dave met at a Christian concert.
I couldn't tell you which one.
Yeah, when we were 12 or 13 years old.
Oh, wow.
And so we've been friends. We've been we're so we're in our 50s now, and we've been friends since we were teenagers.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I think we've been to probably 50, 60, 70 concerts together or whatever.
Something like that.
Yeah.
We've
They
grown
hold
fat
hands every
together.
concert they go to together. They hold
What's that?
hands. And, yep,
Yes, we do. You've seen us.
I have. Hey, who's that cat that when we first met, guys? Who was that? It was at a show in Cincinnati, wasn't it?
Oh, David Massey.
Yeah. What was that for? It was.
Oh,
It's a benefit for something.
Yeah, I think he did a canned food drive when we met in the Natty,
Yep,
yeah.
that's where we
What's the natty?
Cincinnati. David. Keep up, man. Keep up.
The natty. I didn't know
Natty.
it was called that.
Also known as the Nasty Natty. You know what? It's just,
Nasty.
It's a nasty.
Oh, I wish I had my WKRP stuff all lined up for this one. I didn't know you guys were from there.
So
home
like
of Super Bowl champions 2023 Cincinnati Bengals. I mean,
Who?
yeah.
Hey,
Thank you, Leon. Thank you. You finished that. Finish
it's
it.
sort of like You're like, I'm going to the city. They wouldn't know what we said.
Yeah. Hey, if we said, oh, well, you gave it away.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I wanted to test him.
Okay.
Hey, guys, and humor me. If I said I live in Sacramento and I'm going to the city, where would you think I'm going?
I think you're going to, I think you'd be going to San Francisco for your parade.
Yeah, see, there you go.
I would say San
In a
Francisco.
parade. Wait a
Nailed
minute.
it.
Oh, man.
In a parade.
Nailed it.
Very colorful parade.
You guys don't know what it's like. You don't know what it's like living in California and being a conservative.
Have they got you chained down out there or what?
Pretty much.
Patrick's
Don't-
got some room in Ashland.
What's
What
that?
is it?
I said Patrick's got some room there in Ashland, Kentucky, don't he?
Um,
They don't have you
actually,
chained down.
Aaron's getting ready to move out this way. So yeah.
I'm done here.
Well, I'm going to go California style and just pitch a tent in Patrick's backyard.
David, you can camp in my backyard anytime.
Well, you know what? If I really want to go California style, I pitch my tent on the sidewalk in front of his house.
That's right.
We don't have sidewalks in my neighborhood, kind sir.
Well, wherever, you know.
On the side of a freeway.
Yeah,
Pitch
you
it
know.
on the side of the freeway somewhere there.
I live in like a neighborhood. We don't believe in sidewalks. Well, I'm so glad that they keep diving into your all's history and your information on weapons and guns. Like Dave's all like, I'm just gonna show up, camp in your yard, and crap on your porch, and make you feel like little.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
way to dig deep, boys.
We'll send a mason jar out for you.
Just to give you a hint, we haven't done a show with Patrick in like 3 weeks. So
We miss him.
Yeah, he's been all wound up, ready to go for 3 weeks.
And you see how they blame me for their lack of questions, guys, huh? True California liberal crap style right there.
It's your fault.
Hey, you know what? I don't got a lot of time. I got to hit the 210 to get to the 480 to over to the 310. My time is very precious, Patrick.
I don't even know what any of that means. I don't know how you guys are faring with that info there at weapons. But,
Just take the mark.
This guy gets it.
Been there a few times.
See, we do have our own language, Aaron.
You do.
It's kind of a proud moment for me to be a Californian.
Hey, who are some of your musical influences? Because I know music is.
A big part of your life.
Yeah.
Oh God, I don't know. So I'm influenced by probably everything I hear, whether I realize it or not. But,
Okay.
there's a band out of Kentucky called 3 Days Under. I like those guys quite a bit.
I was going to make that joke after you didn't
See,
mention us, and I'd be like, he's mostly inspired by me, but
I don't know. I
Beat me
think
to
I
it,
might have
Leon.
heard of them.
When you said we were in another band and we need by another name, I was ready to say, was it 3 days on during that time when you're talking about the band, but I didn't think quick enough on that. But so some of the other guys, musical influences.
I think
Elton John.
John.
That's right.
I mean, he's got some good songs back in the 70s, but man, did you see that show that Dodger Stadium, my last show, whatever it was? Oh, it was horrible. I couldn't watch
Dude,
it.
I didn't mean to squirrel you because Dave just took it and ran. I was just going to say I'm just trying to read the room, and I was going to say Ed was inspired by daggone Freddie Mercury, and I was going to go Steve was I was going to hit everybody, but Dave
See,
took it.
Freddie
and ran with it.
Mercury's great.
So who are you influenced by?
but anyway, I was going to say that I think all of us have a lot of different influences, and I think the four of us have also mutual influences. I think all of us grew up listening to your classic hard rock guys like Black Sabbath and Judas Priest and Iron Maiden and some of those
Box tops.
yeah. So you know,
The Monkees.
I think we,
The Monkees. I love the Monkees.
yeah,
I'm a huge Monkees fan, dude.
but, my
Hey, I like ABBA too.
myself, I can listen.
Let's go
to,
get some ice cream together, man. We'll talk music.
I kind of like Leon and myself, you know, guys like us could, you know, sit there and listen to the Beatles and then turn around and listen to Metallica, you know, whatever, you know, I think we all like a lot of different stuff. Now Ed here, he only listens to Iron Maiden and Iron Maiden only.
I was going to go with he was inspired by the harp and flute from back in the 1700s, but Iron Maiden worked too.
That probably more than you know.
I am a metal head at heart, but I also have a deep respect for classical music, mainly like Bach, Mozart.
That's actually
like
where the song Nights and No Tomorrow came from, was Ed's influences.
Well, way to make me look stupid, Ed.
Yeah, there you go, Patrick. In your face.
That's what he was going for.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. That way, man. No, you were saying something about Freddie Mercury. He was a great showman.
He was an amazing showman. He had a great voice. I can respect just about anybody as a front man who can stand in front of that many people in one show
And maintain your composure
and pull it off. Yeah. Like, oh, this is my job. This is what I do.
Bruce Dickinson, Rob Halford. I mean,
yeah.
Patrick Rivers,
Ronnie Dio, Patrick Rivers.
And isn't it Patrick Rivers? Yeah. And isn't it sad that we're being reduced to the best frontmen now are people like Billy Joe Armstrong?
Wouldn't really call him that.
It's a good question, isn't it? I mean,
it is.
who are the great frontmen that are coming up anymore? Anybody?
Well, seeing how you haven't seen Weapons live, I mean, Steve and Leon, they put on a pretty good show.
Now, Leon, are you a Leon Russell fan?
Only because of his name.
Okay. All right.
He's got some pretty hair too.
All right. That's the only other Leon I can think of. So
I've been watching Deliverance.
He's the only Leon I've ever met.
Hey, are there any oddball influences? I mean, I remember talking to Chaotic Resemblance, and one of them said the old Southern gospel group Happy Goodman Family. And I actually can see some of that in their writing, real biblical based writing. But any oddball, maybe a country artist or
the Monkees?
The Monkees. Oh yes, that's true.
Hey, yeah. If I know you'll agree with me, I don't know about anybody else here. Monkees should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Well, I imagine if they were a real band, they would be.
Oh. You know what we call you here in California? A denier.
True speaker.
He's a monkey denier.
Yeah, I listen to a lot of off the wall stuff. I mean, some of I don't know if it's influenced or not, maybe in some of the stuff I write on my own, but I listen to a lot of techno. I'm a big fan of New Order, Joy Division back in the day, Skinny Puppy. The Cure is probably one of my all-time favorite bands. Bowie, Reeves Gabrels played with Bowie for a while and is now playing with The Cure. Amazing guitar player, amazing individual. But I get into some stuff my kids turned me on to. My kids turned me into a big 21 Pilots fan. Didn't really know anything about them until they introduced me to them, and I can't get enough of them. Guys just write some really, really good lyrics and make some good songs. I was raised on gospel, bluegrass, country stuff, from a very young age, to the point that, my father never could understand, the music that I got into. The harder it was, the more I liked it, the more I started listening to music that he was like, it's not bluegrass, it's not country. I don't understand it. So that was kind of always his approach to it. But yeah, I don't know. I listened to some weird stuff. Dead Can Dance. I don't know if you're familiar with them at all, but some of it
I've heard the name. It's a punk band, isn't it? Isn't it? No, what is it?
They're more like a sort of a neo-gothic, a lot of strings, very vocal type band.
I have to check that out. Dead Can Dance.
Yeah, not for everybody. But then I also get into some really grindy stuff too. One of my recent things online, when people ask for bands that sound like, or they're Christian bands that sound like this band, the first suggestion I always make is a Baited Mass of Flesh. Big into their stuff right now, going through their catalog. Again, not for everybody, but it's whatever you call it, slam, deathcore or something of that nature.
You are freaking eclectic, bro. I mean, you've got.
When my random plays on my phone at work, I get all kinds of weird looks when people walk by my office. It's like, man, you were just listening to some rap song a minute ago, and now you got this chaotic hardcore noise going on. But I like it all. There's not too much I don't like, as long as it's something hopefully that lifts me up. I don't like to hear people whine about their how pitiful they want you to feel for them. I'd rather hear something positive and reinforcing.
Dude, I know you got the beaver fever, bro.
So no, that brings up a good question. As a songwriter, you say, you want to listen to stuff that brings you up, but as a songwriter, you express yourself in emotion. What about that sad song that you come up with to express yourself? Yeah. What's wrong with that? Are you good with that?
Yeah, I'm good with that. It's just, like I said, there's nothing wrong with being sad and getting in your feelings kind of thing. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. But when you stay there all the time and try to drag other people in there with you, that's when it becomes a problem. So
yeah, I blame Kurt Cobain for that.
You leave Kurt alone. He was in my car yesterday. He was riding shotgun.
Oh, I got a bad joke like that.
No. Please tell us.
I don't know where you're gonna go, David. This is a podcast. I don't know where you're riding.
You know how
oh no.
You know how Left Eye Lopez died?
Who's Left Eye Lopez?
TLC.
TLC.
Oh.
She was hanging from the side of her best friend's ride.
Oh.
Hey.
Oh.
Hey.
Oh.
And you're in California telling that joke? You're gonna hear a knock at the door any minute.
Yeah. Newsom doesn't live far from here, from where we live, and that's true.
Yeah.
He's probably about 20 minutes from where we are.
There.
Yeah.
I think it's just unusual.
He's moving in.
You see people change musical styles, like Aaron Lewis, who was with Stained.
Hootie.
And now he's
yeah. And Hootie.
Yeah. Well, if you listen to Hootie and the Blowfish, it's not too far from country a little bit.
No.
Never listened to it.
We're Stained, that was hardcore, and now
who just said they never listened to Hootie? You've never heard the song "Hold My Hand"?
I heard one song, but I think my wife had like 3 copies of that cassette.
Easy there, man of God. Fires for liars, bro. I know you walked around. Hold my hand. Hold my hand down.
I was a DJ at a classic rock station, playing like Van Halen and anything from Van Halen to Crosby, Stills and Nash, but your typical classic rock box of records, right?
Just so we know, Patrick,
and when that song
finish ever, I've heard it in passing.
I know
when
what
that
I'm
song
doing
came
next
out.
time we play together. I'm just gonna be blasting that on repeat.
You should stand out there like John Cusack and say anything. Like with
yeah,
the
that sounds about like you.
Yeah, but I was at this radio station and that came out, and our program director felt that it needed to be played. And oh, I hate that song, man.
Yeah, me and Dan had a lot of concerts together, but he was like, Aaron, you're gonna have to take your wife to Hootie and Blowfish.
You know, I did post, you probably didn't see it because you don't really look at Facebook. I did post this. There's a Hootie and the Blowfish
my wife
tour
told me about
or
it.
a cruise or something like that.
Yeah, my wife told me.
I was making fun because I was like, who's gonna go on this? Aaron?
Yeah.
And then people started commenting, well, I'd really kind of like to see that band, and that band's kind of cool because it's a whole bunch of bands on this thing. And then I'm going, I just feel like a jerk, man.
There's a Hootie cruise?
Yes.
Hootie cruise? All right. Okay,
Yeah.
Weapons.
Like,
We got to get together and we got to have our own cruise. It might be on a daggone skiff in the Ohio River, but we're doing it. We can overtake the what is it? The Queen? I don't know.
Queen Mary.
What's the name of that boat in Ohio? The paddle boat.
It's a paddle boat.
It's a steamboat.
It is. It's a paddle boat that runs.
I know what you're talking about.
It's like a casino boat.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was thinking like a pedal boat.
No, they're not swans in the middle of a music party, Dave. Pedal faster. We can't hear the band.
How about like you see out in the Mississippi River? I think Tom Sawyer, Huck Finn.
Yeah, we could get it. We could do it on rafts, Ed. We could all just tie our rafts together. And
The barges, yeah. The barges.
Rocking out on the coal barge.
Oop.
Oh man,
Just bumped the table. Okay.
Patrick, there's B&B river boats and Queen City river boats.
Queen City.
We'll actually work out a deal with both of them. And we'll alternate boats. You guys will take one boat 1 week. We'll take the other boat, and we'll just make it like a Vegas thing.
We'll put
So,
a blank between them and
are
just
they-
ride side by side, baby.
Right?
hey,
It'll
do
be
they
like
work
a-
better than your bus? Hopefully, they work better than your bus, Patrick.
Well, I think they actually do the upkeep and maintenance on their boats.
Patrick,
Yes, sir.
what about jet skis?
We can do jet skis.
Yeah.
We can make it like the what's the? I can't make the joke because I can't remember the movie, and I can't believe I can't remember the movie. All right, it's gone. Never mind. Reset.
Oh man, reset.
So, Patrick, do you have a iPad on stage to read lyrics when you sing?
No, I forget mine like a normal singer.
Right on. That's the way to do it.
I'm just
I
saying.
promise
man.
you, if you go to any of our shows, there is a point in time in my set that I will sound like Eddie Vedder because I'll be in the middle of a song. Yeah, I nailed it.
I nailed it.
I guarantee Steve and Leon do the same thing.
Oh,
They'll be
Yeah.
3 songs later. Okay, this third song coming up, I got to be doing this while they're in the middle of their maybe opener. And be like, I'll see the microphone drop. Yeah, had something in
See,
my
I-
throat. It's cool.
I do like when a singer or a guitarist or somebody, every once in a while has a screw up for 2 reasons. Number one, I know I'm watching a live show and not a track show. Number 2, hey, we're all human. They're not perfect.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. Now, if you
Yep.
keep it up,
Mike
I'm
is
going to
the
be in there.
crowd.
Oh, you suck.
Then you definitely don't want to go to one of our shows, Dave, because I will forget on multiple occasions. I'll see
Like
something
every
out in
song.
the audience. I'll be like, that's shiny. Oh, yeah, I'm doing something.
Squirrel.
I think we were doing a set across the river in Olive Hill, Ohio for 4th of July. And I noticed they were selling like funnel cakes. And I was really, really hungry. And like in the middle of a song, I was like, hey, funnel cake guy, do you think we could get some funnel cakes at the band?
Oh man.
I mean, it completely wrecked whatever song we were doing. So
That's all right.
I love shows that go off. I love shows that go off script, though. I mean, look at this train wreck.
Spontaneity, man.
All right, Weapons of God. Where can people find you?
Weaponsofgodmusic.com, Facebook, Spotify, Apple
iTunes.
Music, iTunes, YouTube, in our
Instagram.
Roxx Records.
We have an Instagram, but we really don't use it that much. I don't see the sense of
Insta what?
TikTok.
We already give Mark Zuckerberg enough of our money.
Yeah.
We don't do
We don't
CCP
use TikTok.
propaganda.
Yeah, you guys sound like me. I can't figure out the TikToks or the Instas. I mean, we have an
Yeah,
Instagram account, but I just don't know how to keep up with it.
Right. Yeah, I just don't see the point of it. I don't know.
I'm in
Yeah.
your boat, Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people like it. I ain't got the time. I do well to put it with Facebook and keep it going and our website. That's enough for me. Yeah.
My teenage daughter's got it down, but it ain't for me.
Now I know you're going to be booking probably some other dates, but you have a date in August. Where can you plug that real quick? What's your date in August that you have? Are you playing?
August 12th, Soberfest. It's being ran by Broken Bottle Productions.
Okay.
Actually, 3 days is going to be there.
Yep.
Monarchs to Oblivion, Under the Blood,
Love
Safe
those guys.
Kept,
Love those guys.
Chaotic Resemblance,
Divine Martyr.
Divine Martyr, Outlaws for the Cross. I think that's everybody right now.
There's room for one more.
There's room for one more. And
Rumor has it it may be the protest. So
Right.
it's just a rumor.
Oh, that'll be a fun night.
Hey, you got me excited.
You know, that'd be a fun night at the coffee house afterwards.
Yeah, now I want to go.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, we're playing it.
Yeah.
Bring your tent.
bring your tent. Yeah.
Bring your tent, David.
Oh, they're great. Oh,
See,
man.
see, that's the joke, because I always give Patrick a hard time that he's got to, strap down his trailer anytime the wind blows.
As a matter of fact, there's a storm moving in. I've got to.
There's a storm of moving in, Granny.
You mentioned the protest. Yeah, we've shared the stage with them. They're a good bunch of guys.
Yeah, I love those dudes. Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
They seem pretty humble. Pretty humble.
Yeah, they definitely are, man. They definitely are. So
All right. Well, Weapons of God, thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Thanks for
having
having
us.
Anytime.
Yeah.
Anytime. And good luck on Soberfest. 2
Next
albums out.
show.
Give me what's that?
You said anytime. I said, okay, when's the next show?
This is the last show.
At least in California. It's
Right.
And that's when they broke up. There you go. Thanks for coming on the show. And 2 albums out. Spotify is where I found them. What's the names of the albums, though? Give me the names of the albums.
Weapons of God debut album, and the second one is The War Within Us.
Awesome.
They're both available on Roxx Records
Available on
too.
Roxx Records.
Roxx Records.
Right
I'm gonna
on.
have to check. I don't know Roxx Records. You know
Yeah.
Roxx Records?
He's out there in California.
He's out there in
Is he?
California.
Well, California is a large state.
I've heard.
Anyway, I'm just playing. Roxx Records, Weapons of God. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
guys.
Appreciate
Fun
it.
time.
Roxalt.
Appreciate it.
Roxalt Musecast Experience.